Fancy, do you take Michelle to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Pastor, give me a quick minute now. I want to run, go down to Scotia, go pay the bill.
No, Fancy. You can pay all your bills online. All you have to do is download the Scotia app. It's easy.
Baby, it's on.
Get married to convenience, online safety, and 24/7 accessibility. Use Scotia Online or download the Scotia app today.
Welcome back to our show, your show, Let's Talk Stocks. And our guest this morning is none other than Kaysia Johnson-Vaughan, and she's Director of Small Business and Partnership at the Scotiabank. Welcome, Kaysia.
Thank you for having me, Neilson. How are you?
I am great. I'm honored to have you on the show this morning. Small businesses, MSMEs, a big thing in any country that is looking to grow. We're always told that's where the growth comes from.
That's correct.
That's your head of driving that growth at Scotiabank. What is it like?
So let's just say my role is very interesting. There's never a dull moment or a dull day, right? We're very passionate about helping businesses to grow. And so what I love about my role is the fact that it's not just only based in Jamaica, it's actually 4 countries, right?
Okay.
So it's Jamaica, Cayman, Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos. And so you get to see what the SME space in all the different countries and to see, what areas of focus and how you can really come up with products and services to tailor to those particular countries' needs. And also not only that, just to look and to see if there are commonalities and how do we also create solutions that can fit for everyone. So pretty much the role is very diverse because it's from a strategic perspective. You look at strategy, but you also look at in terms of programs, you also look at how do you try to grow your customers and understanding your customers, how do you serve them better? How do we enhance our business banking team to be the best business bankers ever, to offer the best service to our customers, and also just to look at ensuring that we're offering relevant solution to the needs of the SMEs.
It's interesting that you talk about growing your business because once upon a time, well, maybe they still do, small businesses complains a lot about finding financing. But in more recent times, we've seen commercial banks and other players in the capital markets really targeting small businesses. Has there been a massive shift, certainly at the commercial banking level?
So you did say when we're talking offset that SME, you said it earlier too, that it is the drive, the engine of growth, right?
Yes.
So we recognize that at Scotiabank that without this segment or this, if you don't support it, then obviously a lot of persons can't even afford to get a mortgage because the same staff members that we offer their car loans, their mortgages, they are employees of these small businesses. So what we have been doing is looking at how can we really help them in a more meaningful way. And so we help them in different forms. So what you may find is that some SMEs are less structured than others. The ones which are less structured may have challenges getting financing, but the ones which are not, what we have been doing is looking at programs to educate these customers who, pretty much don't know how to really manage their finances, putting systems in place. So we have various programs. For example, we have the Scotiabank Vision Achiever program. That is a 17-week coaching program where we choose 25 SMEs from across Jamaica. And they get pretty much an opportunity to really be with a coach. It's a group coaching program. We look at areas of like financing, processing. We look, for example, at sales, team, leadership, etc., just to help you. Outside of that, we recently did a program called the SME Compass, and that's where we actually help SMEs also. We brought in 2 accountants to sit with 20 SMEs over a 7-week, look through their books, give them guidance on how do you tax, how you do proper planning for taxation, how do you have estate planning, what do you put the systems in place, how do you invest. So pretty much looking at how we educate them to ensure that they're able in a better position to get financing. So we have been doing that aspect, but we've also come up with other programs how to help them. Let's take the Scotiabank Women Initiative. We have a SME loan fund, and we have the Women Initiative Loan Fund. That's where we give women-owned or women-led businesses a very good competitive rate for access loans. We also waive fees, and we also give them other benefits like mentorship and training, etc. So we have been finding different ways how to support them financially by coming up with programs to educate, but also programs to offer direct financing.
All right, great. Sounds like Scotia is really into this thing in a big way. Jamaica specifically, though, I know you're covering 4 countries across the region. Jamaica specifically has a challenge in that we're entrepreneurial, yes, but we're not as formal. There's a lot of informal businesses around. But to access funding, you need to be more formal, be registered. How have your customers been able to navigate that challenge? Or is it a challenge for you?
Well, I would say that we're making steady progress. I think about 3 years ago, we saw a lot of customers having challenges. You know, where they come to want to open a bank account, but it's not properly structured. So what we have been doing is doing a lot of education also. We train up our staff members to ensure that they're able to educate customers when they come into the branch, to advise them depending on where they are, how they get their business more streamlined. We have also been partnering with various institutions to come up with programs like to tell you how you become bankable. So we have our own series where we do webinars. We also partner with JBDC, or sometimes we partner with PSOJ, or we go with JAMPRO, and we go and do various talks at even universities just to educate different persons. If you want to be an entrepreneur, in order for you to invest or in order for you to have a more structured business, you need to do these various things. We also bring in even the company's office the other day to talk with our own business banking team. So they're able to understand if a customer comes into the branch and they want to know to understand how do I get my business more structured, they can walk them through the process. But we're also seeing that some of our partners are spreading more words about how do you formalize your business, what are the things that you need to put in place. So we're seeing more persons coming to open accounts. The business are more formalized, like it's registered already. It's just more like understanding, now it's registered, what's the next step? And so we pretty much have been helping them. So if you even look at even from the reports from the Companies Office of Jamaica, last year, how many companies registered, because I think companies are recognizing the value of registering your business so that when you really do need funding, you are able to get it, because you know most banks, we do not do startups, right? So pretty much once you register your business early, and even if you are not trading but you open an account and you just put in funds in there little by little, it helps you because we now have history.
How important is that? I'm very glad you touched on that, because many persons they earn this money, but again, we've largely been a cash society. How important is it for businesses especially to be utilizing the banking system, to be banking, even if they're going to use back that money, to get it in the bank account, to create that
So
picture?
I always encourage customers, if it's even small, open an account. If you're a hairdresser or you pretty much say you have a mobile car wash, let your customers pay you through the account. Once we're able to see funds going actively through the account over a while, we can look at your history. And that same information now helps you to get access to financing in the future, because it's now showing that you're stable. And even for your own taxing as well. When you're going to do tax, it's easy because you already can see it in the system. You know all your payments. You can go back and see from for the full year what payments you have received, who you have paid out to, etc. So it's always good. It's a tracking tool, but it also helps you to get access to financing in the future.
And as we talk about the whole matter of financing, it's competitive. So you have the loan sharks, I'd want to call them. They are easier to get the funding out of, but the cost of funds are so much higher. And then you have the people in the capital markets who are structuring all kind of fancy deals. How do you manage to, as a commercial bank, stay competitive?
So, you know, everybody knows which customers that they want, right?
Yes.
The good thing about Scotiabank is that we have structure. So our structure actually outlines that we deal with, if you're a business owner, we have the small, medium customers, that's my segment, and we have persons to serve you. If you move above that threshold, now you're now a larger company that's moving, that you want more help, we have the corporate and commercial banking team to help you. Now, if you want to move from there, you want to go into larger investments, we have the capital markets team that can help you, depending on if you want to raise IPO, if you want to basically sell your company, we have those, we have the structure. We have private banking, so we're very structured, depending on where you are in your life. If you're also an individual and you want your person, we have the retail banking. So what we have done is have steps to guide you along the way. What I can say about us, that we've been around for a very long time, right? And we have proven to the test of time that we are stable and that we are able to help our customers. When we say we do something, we will do it as a bank. So we have been able to, show that we are here for the long haul. We have been supporting our customers over the year. We've built a very strong brand, I would say. And persons can say that Scotiabank is a household name that has been there. I remember as a young lady, when I was going to primary school in Trelawney, I used to have my little piggy bank and my bank account, and they would come there and I'd go and save until now I'm actually working at the bank. So I'm saying there's always competition, but we know the customers know the value that we bring to them, and they know basically we are able to can help you through all stages of your life. Now, other banks or competitors, as you mentioned, loan sharks, we can't speak to what they offer, but we can say to you that we can take you on every step of your journey of your life with a product at Scotiabank.
Looking at the region now, how would you say, what are the similarities and glaring differences, if there are any, between, say, Jamaica and the Cayman or other countries in the region that you manage?
Well, what I would say is that in Cayman, Bahamas, and Turks, it's obviously strong tourism driven. So what you find is that a lot of the opportunities there, it's either tourism, construction. You have restaurants as well, because it's a part of tourism. So those are the strong, what you'll see, a strong correlation between those three markets. Jamaica is more diversified. We actually have almost everything, right? We are manufacturing, we are tourism, we are retail. You can think we're agriculture. So we have a lot more diverse sectors combined to us. But the other markets, you find that because of the economy and how it's structured, it is mainly tourism driven. Construction is extremely strong, where you'll see a lot of condos being built or persons are building, especially in like Cayman Islands. They're very big on, building, and they rent out the facilities, whether it's for commercial use or for personal use. So you'll find that, and you'll have retail as well. So retail is always consistent across all of the countries. You'll find retail, you find manufacturing, but more so in the other countries in the north, you'll tend to find tourism, and transportation is also a big deal. So, while in Jamaica we just have like a taxi, they literally have in Bahamas, it's very structured. So you'll find that they have a lot of overseas celebrities that come there. And so they have high-end vehicle that they use to bring in these persons. So for example, if a Beyonce or whatever is coming there, they have the type of vehicle that she can travel in for the entire time while she's there. So it's a very lucrative business there as well. So I would say that, I guess those are some of the differences, I would say, pretty much with the markets.
As we talk about looking at diversity and across the region and so on, one of the key things for us as a region, and certainly here in Jamaica, is our diaspora. Are we seeing persons in the diaspora looking back home and saying, I want to start a business, and actually looking at coming to the commercial bank to say, how can you help me? Are we seeing any of that?
We do. We do have a few of those. I guess we haven't really done measure, but I can think of a few persons off the bat that we know that diaspora members who have come back, open their business and doing business with us. And some of them, in fact, are operating their overseas and still operating the business while being away, because they have somebody who's running the business for them. So we do see that happening.
We've been looking at growth. I mean, certainly the government is saying it's exciting times. We should be. The economy is set to grow. We've recovered from the COVID era. Are we seeing, is Scotia projecting that, you know, we should see some increase in business going down the road based on the same projections.
Yes, you saw that we grew very well last
Yes.
year, and we are even positioned for greater growth this year. What I can say is that in the SME space, we're seeing a lot of opportunities. Persons are doing business. Jamaica is ripe for business. We're seeing a lot of businesses that are expanding. They're looking to grow. What we're seeing also is that people are becoming more innovative. So because they're becoming more innovative, and with the advent of COVID, everybody was forced to go online, you're seeing a lot more technology companies coming about that are offering better solutions for customers. And so what I would say that because of how I'm seeing, and even construction, it's booming. You're seeing a lot of opportunities there. Tourism as well. We've seen just for Jamaica, you just saw where the minister mentioned how many record growth in that segment alone. So what we're seeing is that, and even I would say in the same retail space, because you're still seeing a lot of persons who are doing manufacturing of products, they're doing very well. So we have seen even growth, I think up to 3% in those segments. When we look across even our portfolio, we're seeing that we're seeing a lot of opportunities in manufacturing. We're seeing opportunities in terms of retail. So I would say that at Scotiabank this year, we're looking to even going to have stronger results.
We've been talking with Kaysia Johnson-Vaughan. She's Director of Small Business at Scotiabank, and she has a lot to teach about the small business and why Scotia should be the bank of choice. We couldn't do this in one show. So come back with us for the second part of that interview, where we'll be talking with you about why Scotia is the bank of choice. That's why we say to you every day, we give you information to make better financial decisions. Come back with us tomorrow morning at 9. Another insightful program lined up for you.